So, I have a new vision for your practice. I believe, and I see it all the time, nationwide, small ones and large practices, groups of every kind, rural areas, city areas, country, north, south, east, west. I've seen this all over the place. Okay, so here's what I'm going to suggest for you. I believe that you can have more patients with enough respect for your practice to come to their appointments on time. How's that sound so far? You actually have more patients. Those patients have enough respect for your practice. They actually come on time to their appointments. They're prepared to pay in full or a lump sum. They pay on time as promised. How about that one? Right? Not just empty promises, but they actually pay on time. And it's a lot less effort from your team all around. That's my vision. Let's say that one more time. This is just too good to fly past this. I just want you to get this in your mind. Imagine more patients with enough respect for your practice to come to their appointments on time, prepared to pay a lump sum, paying on time as promised thereafter, with less effort from your team all around. How's that sound? Now, of course, that begs the question, how are you going to pull this off? It's actually quite simple, but you're going to have to leverage this Rosenthal effect I keep talking about so that it helps you and not hurts you. You understand it cuts both ways. Whatever expectations you're communicating, good or bad, we expect payment, we don't expect payment. It's going to work. It's going to be there one way or the other. The issue is, what are you going to communicate? So I want you to really obsess over this one question. Hopefully that 10-point audit began to give you kind of a sense of, wow, we really need to rethink some of this stuff, right? But I want you to think about this question, obsess about it. Matter of fact, I would ask you to have your doctors thinking about this, have your administrator thinking about this. If you're a biller, if you're front office, whatever role on the team you play, I would suggest you make this a cultural thing that's it's on every single meeting. It's on the billboard in the break room. It's all over the place. You're asking, what are you communicating to your patients at every point of patient interaction? I just got off the phone with a administrator about 10 minutes ago before this webinar, and I asked the gentleman one question. Very, very smart administrator, very savvy and sophisticated business thinker. And I asked him, I said, listen, if you send someone to that last phase of kind of hardball collections and you write the balance off, do you let them come back in to see you? I just said, listen, John, I'm just going to ask you this one question. If they didn't have to pay earlier and you just wrote everything off, how likely are you to get that money going forward? That is, if you gave them free services before, why would they think anything's changed now? So I just want you to start asking that question all the time. What are you communicating? There's only really one barrier to this whole thing, and it's you. Right? Now, again, you may be thinking, I'm just small on the totem pole. You may just be a receptionist or a biller. Who knows what you do? And you'd think, gosh, I don't have any decision-making power. I can only change my little job right here. I can't change my administrator. I can't change the doctors. Right? Even if I had one or two of them, I can't change all of them. Let me just say, all that's the Rosenthal effect. Watch this. On you. You're believing certain things about what you can and can't do. Those are self-limiting beliefs. So I just want to remind you and encourage you, you're the only barrier here. You can change more than you think, right? One person changes the whole world all the time. All the time. Your mother, your teachers, a Steve Jobs type character. There's business people, religious leaders, there's accountants. An accountant with one idea can change a whole company, right? You can change more than you think. You can change the people around you. You can change your administrator, the doctors, all there. You can at least give it a good go. But I've at least got to ask, are you open to learning a new way of doing things? That's really the big thing. If it's easy, if it's cost efficient, highly effective, would you be willing to push into some of your habits, some of your talk tracks, some of the ways that you think about things? More important, would you be willing to act on what you learned today? That's a big one. Would you be willing to act on what you learned today? So, are you ready to get started? If you want to find out more about us or want to learn more about how to retrain your patient base to actually pay you, Watch our short video at ProfitWiseSolutions.com. I think you'll absolutely love it. Again, it's ProfitWiseSolutions.com. We'll talk to you soon.